episode of our Sistas Keeper. We gonna jump right on into it, y'all. Listen, I'll tell you this because I felt so dang on bad about being late last week and falling asleep. I was on it tonight, but that does not mean that the episode kept me awake, y'all. My deep desire to not let y'all down kept me awake because my word. Drop your ratings for the episode on a scale of 1 to 10. How did you feel? What did you rate it? Are we good with audio before we jump all into this and get started? Are we cool? They lie. I've been meaning to block this because it's giving a little green light on me. Are we cool? They lie, y'all. How y'all feeling? Shout out to Lynn Williams. Lynn Williams was the first one up in here, and she is a member. Hey, boo. Um, and Lynn gave the episode a 3. Hey, Mrs. J. Foster. Hey, Emma Johnson. Hey, Diva Savage. Hey, A. Noel. How are you, honey? A. Noel says I can't even rate it. I barely paid attention tonight. C. Walker gave the episode a 4. Hey, Tracy B. Tracy said, is a rating of I fell asleep on the episode good? Emma Johnson said, Rich was really acting like a spoiled brat tonight. Tracy B gave it a 3. Janelle gave it a 3.5. Photostar 2008 said it was boring. Boring. Demetria gave it a 3. Photostar gave it a 4. Audio good, thank you. Kelly Hester Jones, welcome in. Boo also gave it a 3. Y'all say yeah. We ain't gonna be able to make it enough. Mel Cunningham gave it a 4. Hey Cheryl D, welcome in, honey. Angie says, OMG, I missed it. Okay, what happened? A bunch of nothing happened. A whole hell of a lot of nothing. Recharm, is that Recharm? Oh, Recharm gave it a 5. Brandon gave it a 5. Okay. Couple extra points. Coming in the clutch, I suppose. Anyone else is glad we both awake tonight. Yes, barely. By the skin of my chinny chin chin and my deep desire to not be a complete and utter slouch. That's why I am awake right now. Because there was part of it where I literally just turned my little screen around and I went to go lay down. And I'm like, Erica, if you lay down, you're going to fall asleep. So get your ass back up and just sit at this damn desk and just deal. Just deal. You're here now. Just deal. Best part was Miss Marie. They also ran that they dragged that storyline. I swear they dragged that storyline so dang on far. If I had to hear Rooster Riches wreck my edges one more time tonight, y'all. If I had to hear it one more time, I'd have been on a plane down there to damn Tyler Perry Studios. Hey Vaughn, welcome in, boo. Long day, all. You haven't watched the episode yet? I'll check back after I watch. Oh, thank you. I did have a good day. And I hope that you are doing well, and so is your mom. Enjoy the episode as best you can, honey. Prepare yourself. Hey, Safina, how are you, honey? You gonna check it out in a minute? You don't get what we say, that's your show. Well, listen, I want anybody who actually enjoys it or is enjoying it right now to continue to enjoy it. Like, just because I don't like what what's playing out, because I feel like that they are having redundant storylines and I feel like they are dragging certain things that they don't need to be dragged, because I feel like there's not enough setup for specific plot points, don't mean that you can't enjoy it. Like, I am one voice. This is one channel. There are so many others. Like, I think people get it twisted sometimes and think that I'm here to convince y'all. I'm not here to convince y'all of much of nothing. I'm here to have conversations and tell y'all what I think. Everything else is outside my preview, babes. I can only give you my thoughts based off of my lived experience, based off of how I see the world, based off of my mindsets. And that's it. That's all. I can't account for the other stuff. So if you are enjoying it, please, please, please enjoy it. And do not take this as me trying to convince you to not enjoy it. I'm just going to give you a thorough breakdown when I'm not enjoying something. The same way I'm going to give you a thorough breakdown when I am. Like, y'all know I come with it. When I love, like, even like the tiniest bit of the tiniest thing within the plot or the story or the character development or whatever, I'm going to tell you it. And I'm going to tell you it on both sides. So, babe, if this is your show and you love it, I love that for you. I want somebody better be enjoying this or else it's time to get canceled. So listen, you keeping it on the air. How about that? Mel Cunningham, the most annoying and lame protest I've heard and ever seen. Child, listen. The way that I don't understand how Karen allowed this lady to just stay there and keep chanting this without throwing them out, without calling the cops, without doing anything, it did not make any sense to me at all. At all. As a pregnant woman, pregnant with twins, if I'm pregnant, I'm assuming everybody's a threat. Everybody's a threat to my children. If my blood pressure gets too high, if I get too stressed, my cortisol levels spike. That's going to compromise my damn kid. I'm taking everything as a damn threat. You come in my salon a little bit too fast, I'm going to call the police. I'm not even going to hold you. I'm going to call the police. So the way that they've been able to spend hours, form a whole angry mob up in here without a police being called, with all Karen doing in what world? What world? But all right, y'all got it. Just got well, the first minutes are good. The first minutes are good. Andi getting her ass whooped up and down that damn penthouse is good. Penelope came with the heat, and she is lucky she ran up on Andi. I'm just gonna say that. She's lucky that she ran up on Andi, because if it was anybody else, her little light-skinned ass would have been turned every which way but loose. Okay? Every which way. What do you mean? Child. You just wanted Andi to slap Penelope back. I did too, but I lost hope almost immediately. I'm like, Andi's not going to lay hands. She started trying to get a little buck towards the end of their little interaction, but Andi really wasn't going to do nothing. Andi is never going to bust a grape in a fruit fight. Like, she's just not going to do it. So, you know. Hey, Miriam, welcome in. Miriam says, yes, partially boring tonight. Starting with Andi, she simply did not reveal enough to Jordan. And when she did reveal it, it was like, this is already too late because y'all have been dragging this. And then I'm also trying to think back to like when they were at the little reception area, wherever the wedding was supposed to be happening. Didn't she reveal something to Jordan so much so that he got pissed and was like, I'm gonna go ahead and handle it? So I'm like, even if she didn't say exactly what happened, didn't he have like a certain level of knowing of like she's doing this for him? So why are you letting your sister ragtag this girl's ass? It is giving incest, honestly. Penelope was going so hard. It was giving, girl, do you want to sleep with your brother? Because why are you doing so much right now? Like, this is a lot. A lot. And you better be glad that these penthouse windows don't open, because you would be taking a tumble down the other way. You would not be going back down through the elevator the way you came in here all hot. Absolutely not. Hey, Jamira, welcome in, boo. Why is it the same day? It's the same. Wait till y'all hear my breakdown. Because the way I point out that this is the same day, specifically when one thing happens, I'm just like, this is diabolical. Penelope was doing way too much for me. Yes, for me too, Mel. For me too. Kay says, I need the pacing to be picked up. It should not be the same day. Yes, I agree. Janelle said this is TP's writing at his best, but this is supposed to be the writer's room. Tyler's name ain't been on a script in this season and last season. And remember, Andi said that she is streets. She is streets, honey. Andrea Barnes is streets. Don't get it twisted. What does DeAndre say? Corbett Batty, don't let my bougie fool you. I love a good hood jam. That is Andi. I love a good hood jam. Girl, the survey says that is a lie. And Andrea, you could not hold your own, honey. You need a bodyguard at all times, because it makes no sense that Penelope was able to come into your house and do this. But we digress. It must be the street in the damn Hamptons. Andi is not street at all. Not whatsoever. All right, y'all. Y'all finished dropping y'all's ratings in there? I don't even know where to begin. I feel like we should probably just begin at the beginning. Allie, I think, will be joining us shortly. We didn't already come to the understanding that this episode was lackluster at best. Hey, MWOA, how are you, boo? Welcome in. Welcome in. Where y'all want to start? Who y'all want to start with? Because I got smoke for everybody. Everybody tonight. Tyler took his name up, but it's the same as handwriting. MWOA gave it a 3 out of 10. Miriam gave it a 4.5 out of 10. Chill. I really just don't. I don't know, y'all. Where y'all want to start? Who y'all want to start with? Like, let me ask that question. Which character do we want to start with? Lynn is voting for Danny. Lynn already came in and said, Daniela, let's get it. King. Let's get on her ass. MW08 seconds that emotion. Janelle wants to start with Andi. So we got Andi and Danny. We got Andi and Danny. Who we starting with? The two hoes that Sabrina always trying to save according to Rich. The two hoes is more important than Rich. We got another vote for Danny. We got a fourth vote for Danny, a fifth vote for Danny. Kelly Hester Jones says Daniela. I feel like we gotta get Allie in here because I feel like, okay, Allie said give her 10 minutes. We can come back to talk about it. We can go ahead and start with Danny, and then Allie can just come back and swing the block. Is that what we're looking at? Yes, Daniela King, she gets on my nerves. Y'all already know she was on my nerves. Been on my nerves, probably gonna stay on my nerves, and that's perfectly fine. You got it, Miss Mamas. You got it, girl. At this point, I just don't know what it is that Daniela wants. Because it seems to me that she takes every opportunity she possibly can to victimize and pedestalize herself, which is so very weird. It's elite level narcissism, and I don't really know what her end game is. Because typically when someone is acting in this way, it's because they want additional attention, they want to feel better about themselves, yada yada yada. But Daniela's behavior doesn't actually feel like it's making her feel better about herself. It's continuing to help her spiral into her toxic behaviors, i.e., over consuming alcohol and weed. And if you are so concerned with this man trying to puppeteer your life, if you're so concerned with this man trying to control you and make you into something that you believe that you are not and don't want to be, without soliciting any type of feedback from you, why are we with said man? Is him sticking parts of him and the parts of you so damn amazing, so damn celestial, so damn transformative that you are willing to spend every other waking moment that parts of him is not inserted into parts of you arguing about how you want to be a mediocre ass hoe and how he wants you to be better? Like, I have just done the algebra and I really cannot make any of this math. Break up. He don't hear you. He don't consider you. He don't ask you questions. He don't value what you actually want. He wants you to be somebody that you're not. This is all the things that you're saying, Daniela. Why are we with the man who elicits all of that belief in you? If you believe that he is of those things or of that intention, why are you with him? And you cannot say the penis. There's a penis on every corner, Daniela. Tony, the woman don't want this that you have to offer. The woman wants you to feel like you're less of a man than you are. How you define manhood and what you would like to be in a relationship as a man. She does not value it. So why are we with the woman? I swear the older I get, the more I double down on the fact of alignment is key. Alignment is parallel. It is really this simple. And I know people are going to try to say, well, it's hard. It's easier said than done. No, this is actually easy. You remove yourself out of proximity with people that you're not aligned with. If you don't want to be an ambitious hoe, if you don't want to be a progressive hoe, stop making friends, stop bumping uglies, stop coordinating with colleagues that are requiring you to be a progressive, ambitious hoe. If you want to be a mediocre, basic bitch, find a hoe that wants mediocre, basic friends. Find a man who wants a mediocre, basic woman. Find a boss that doesn't mind a mediocre, basic ass employee. What is not clicking, Susan? What Lisa Ray say? That seems simple to me. We got these unequally yoked ass people fighting to stay together, but they are constantly communicating their dislike and distrust of one another. And it's pissing me and my homegirls off because why am I watching this? Y'all quite literally don't have to do this. Nobody has a gun to your head, Daniela. You down here at the steam plant throwing back martinis, one, because you were drunk, but then two, because you want to blame this on Tony, when at the end of the day, your ass is just a drunk. You're looking for any reason at all to wallow in your sorrow and, oh, woe is me, and oh, he wants to change me, and oh, y'all think I'm not as good. Like, we can go back to season 1 of Sistas at Andy's birthday dinner. Or birthday, whatever those happy hour drinks were. Daniela led with, y'all think I'm less than y'all. Y'all think y'all better than me. This has been a thing that she has struggled with, and it continues and continues to persevere through seemingly every single interaction that she has. But it's everybody else's fault. At some point, I need the writers, Tyler, somebody down there at that damn studio to leave Daniela to her own devices, the same way that Zachary Taylor should be left to his own goddamn devices. This is stupid. We spent the whole entire episode at Steam Plant with Daniela swirling that stupid ass straw around this empty ass drink, half arguing with Tony, mocking Rich, not listening to Sabrina, only for what? For what? Y'all, I can't. Daniela is treating Tony the way that she treated Preston. I honestly would say that she's treating him worse. Because Tony isn't even giving her the toxicity that I felt like Preston gave her. And whether y'all want to look over it or not, that damn ultimatum was toxic as hell. Tony's giving her straight up support, love, and adoration. Even as it pertains to the goofy ass kids and the ex-wife, that is now no longer a problem. That has been alleviated. So now what is your excuse? You don't like this man, and that is okay. You could have been bumping uglies with him, thought that you liked him, like this big ass back and what he could do, but you don't like the other stuff that come with him. So walk away. Please walk away. Go find some toxic that wants to throw the penis your way. Ain't no else says she wants nothing. Danny wants nothing. But her friends to accept that she wants nothing and leave her alone about it. But the crazy thing is, I don't even think that any of her friends are bothering her about wanting nothing. The only time they actually say anything to her about, in a critical way, about how she's living or the things that she's doing, when she's compromising her life. When she's bringing strangers home and getting her head knocked loose. When she's running her car into the same man who knocked her head loose. When she really needs intervention, that's when they're saying something. Otherwise, they're leaving her to her own devices. And because they are progressing in their lives, because they're coming up with new developments, because certain things are happening for them, she brings her Debbie Downer ass around and then gets to nitpicking with everybody. And then wants to say, oh, but I ain't as good as y'all. That is your insecurity screaming loud and clear, honey. I would argue that her friends are actually leaving her the hell alone until she starts to compromise her own life. It's like, girl, what else do you want? You really need to go find some bum bitches to be around. Because none of this is working for you. She needs a reason to be miserable. And it's exhausting to watch, child. Carrie says Danny doesn't value her own life, so we can't expect her to do anything. I mean, and I'm not even saying that she has to do anything. Hey, Natalie, welcome in. She don't have to do anything. Just leave everybody the hell alone. Just if you're not gonna do nothing. Don't be a menace while drinking your martinis at Steam Plant. Don't do that. My God. You think Danny has low self-esteem about herself? 100%. But if she's running around here claiming that she got all the confidence in the world and she a bad bitch, you couldn't be a bad bitch if you really tried hard on a Tuesday. You couldn't be a bad bitch if Andy put your outfits together. I'm sorry, Daniela King, but you couldn't be a bad bitch in this year because you have way too much internal work to do, honey. Being a bad bitch is a mindset first. And yours, it's not. Something ain't clicking. Something ain't clicking up here, honey. It ain't. Danny. Take up the runtime. 100%. 100%. Mimi Loves Peace says, I was annoyed with Danny and Tony and wanted to know Rich's. Oh, wanted to knock Rich's teeth out his mouth. Ah! We gonna get on Rich's ass because when I tell y'all this is it, this might as well be Rich's funeral episode because that man is dead to me. Dead to me, y'all. Tony is the only one who seemed to be able to handle her. Is he handling her though? They up there making a ruckus down a Steam Plant. Is he handling her? I don't know. I do not know. What about Robin trying to pin Gary's attempt to unalive it on Fatima? We're going to get to it. We're talking about Daniela right now, Emma. Something not clicking. That's exactly what it is, Eric. But I'm tired of it not clicking. I'm so tired of it not clicking. If we need to sit Daniela down, for a few, if she needs to just be floating in the background for a little bit, let her do that, right? Let her do that. But for us to have to spend so many minutes of the episode watching her do a bunch of nothing, but continue to be raggedy, it's just like, we don't need it. We quite literally don't need it. Danny just need to be single. She gets nothing to any relationship she done had. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you for giving nothing, Daniela King. Hey, Shari P. Welcome in, boo. Demetria says, I don't care for Tony or Rich. They act more like females. I'm just saying. I mean, if we going just off of this episode tonight, I would say you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Hey, Allie Boo. I don't see you, but once you're ready and come on camera, I'll patch you in. Danny has a fear of success. She doesn't want good for herself, so she can't complain. But okay, so let's unpack that. So a fear of success. Do you really believe that that's what it is? I want to believe that she has a fear of being perceived. She has a fear of actually knocking it out the park. She has a fear of excelling. But this to me don't give that. This girl just does not want more. This gives, maybe she made it to a point in life that she never even thought that she was going to make it to. And the idea of hoping or dreaming for more seems asinine to her. But then she also has stumbled into a friend group that has continued to excel. So then that creates a little bit of conflict for her and she can't release her limiting beliefs. I don't know if Daniela fully believes that where she's currently at is not actually success to her. So I don't know if I buy into her not or having a fear of success. I don't know. And I wish that they would really explore it because there are people out here who are just working dead-end jobs who don't have a plan, aren't ambitious, don't really want much more of what they have, but aren't actually happy with what they have. So there's definitely a story to be told, for that particular person, but they're not even exploring it. They just skirt the edges. And we have said this ad nauseum. So at this point, it's just repeating, but they're skirting the edges of the meat and potatoes of what this story could be. And it is just so frustrating to watch, at least for me. Chanel said this episode gave me a headache. I don't blame you, honey. I don't blame you. Danny only with Tony to prove Preston wrong. But is she actually proving Preston wrong? Because she's still not in a healthy relationship at all. Allie says the harsh reality is that Danny doesn't desire more yet. She has because the women in her life have higher expectations for themselves. So it consistently shines a light on her mediocrity. And that's the thing. And if you have that big of a problem with it, then just remove yourself from this friend group. We're not even seeing her go try to make other friends, other drunk ass friends, other mediocre made friends. Like, yes, you can have your best friends in the world, but if you feel like their success, if you feel like their ambition, if you feel like their light is casting a greater shadow on you and you feel a way about it, then I at least think that a person in that position would also go and seek out other people who are more equally yoked with them. And then it would become a conflict of like your old friends versus your new friends. And you feel more comfortable here because you don't have to be more than what you want to be with them. And then even that could be a bomb story to explore. But we just stuck here in the purgatory that is Daniela King hell. Child. No, she wants to be a psychologist. She is too self sabotaging and has limited beliefs for sure. Oh, now she wants to be, yeah. Daniela is a joke that stopped being funny 4 seasons ago. Like, Daniela, for me, all the charm and all of the like grace that I had ran out in season 4 for her ass. I'm over it. I'm over it. She's giving me the female Zachary Taylor, and y'all do what y'all will with that. Ain't no one says, but hey, at least he's black, and and Preston could never be that. Ooh, where there's a will, Daniela will find a problem to get in the way. Okay. All right. Ellie, you want to chime in on Danny before I move on? Hold on, y'all. Oh yeah, because I can't hear you or anything in Discord. Have you tried to turn your video on? Janelle says, I've been around women like Danny. She is surrounded by women with goals and ambitions. She can't handle their success. What's time to get off the pot? Either break up with your friends, spiral for real, and isolate yourself, or get on a good foot hoe and do something different. One of the two. Oh, that's because I was on mute on Discord. Can you hear me now? Sorry, I was on mute on Discord.
Okay, I can hear you.
Got it. Are you staying off camera today?
Yeah, girl, I look so hot.
Oh, okay. No worries. All right, y'all. We do got Allie in. Do you want to chime in on the Daniela King of it all?
I want her to go. I want her to find herself, like you said. I want her to find herself out of the friend group. And I find it very interesting that for me, Danny is a character that I feel doesn't desire more, but it also interests me the women who she chooses to connect to, because I haven't forgotten how she was trying to be all buddy buddy with Fatima, even though yes, sis is
Mm.
failing some classes in law school, she still has aspirations to become a lawyer. and everybody around Danny have aspirations for something greater than what they are now. And with her, she doesn't display that. Yet it's like I want to be associated. I just don't want to do my part to be truly like these people in that way. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
mind the association because I love what comes along with that. I love that I can get Karen's credit card and use it with Amazon. I love that when Andy is going through things, I can get a free meal. I love that I could kind of throw my weight around with Sabrina. Like she has benefits to being connected.
Mm-hmm.
And it just has to be more than that. And I just think that character, as you said, it kind of reached her plateau and maybe believed that she couldn't even achieve being a supervisor um in a professional setting because
Mm-hmm.
she has never once stated what she desires,
Yeah.
which is interesting. We don't know. We don't know what she desires professionally. So I just assume it's nothing.
And it's not even just
But yes,
professionally, right? Like she also hasn't stated what she wants personally. We get more of like what she don't want. I don't want to be a mother. I don't want to be responsible for this. I don't want to have to deal with a white boyfriend. I don't like, but girl, what do you want? Cuz you ain't never said that.
that's true.
She's complacent
That
with
is true.
mediocrity. And like, yo, let me be clear. I honestly have come to a place where I don't think that there's anything wrong with mediocrity in doses. I don't know if everybody is supposed to be excellent. So if everybody's not excellent, then they're gonna be some mediocre folks. But if you are mediocre, then you actually have to be okay with it with being that. There are quite a few people who are okay not being a boss and want to be the employee. And there's nothing wrong with that. The problem with the Daniela character is that she's griping, crying, and complaining constantly about why her life is so wrong and why the people in it are so damn wrong. But then she's also not aspiring to change or do anything different, which is the issue. Her mediocrity is not necessarily the problem until she complains about not actually wanting the things that are associated with her mediocre life that she created and 100% has control of. So I don't want, if there's anybody who's listening who might be leading a mediocre life, I don't want you to believe or to think for a second that there's something wrong with your life if you don't have no problems with it. If you're happy, perfect. But if your ass is not happy, then there's only but so much crying, whining, complaining, sliding down the wall, throwing up you can do before you got to get your ass up, put on your big girl panties, and get to work, changing your life for the better. Are we done with Daniela?
You said a word that people should live by. It's okay if you're choosing to be mediocre and if that's your standard. That's perfectly fine. However, comma, don't make other people feel bad because they want more. And understanding if you're just connected with people who are greater just for the benefit, then just enjoy the benefit.
And if anything, make it easier for them to allow you to benefit. Stop making their life harder. Daniela King.
Yes.
Now, next up, they said they want to go ahead to Andi. Andi, I didn't even think I could lose more respect for Andi because I thought I had none. But watching her get her ass whooped, molly whopped, if you will, all up and through this layaway ass penthouse of hers. Andrea Barnes, at some point, are you going to stand up? At some point, are you going to stand your ass up at some point? I couldn't believe it. I really could not believe that she allowed Penelope to keep that same energy that entire time. Damn near whipping her ass all up and through there, verbally and physically.
I I Andy is such a disappointment on so many levels. You let this woman come in. Well, you didn't let her come in, but she came into your space, put hands on you, as you stated, kept the same energy the entire time. Jordan, that Jordan, there is nothing that Jordan can say. There's nothing that Jordan can do. I would have no words for him. In my review I did last week, it made me think about men who, I will cross the ocean for you. I will go and bring you the moon, in the words of our good sis Monica. But when it's time to really stand up for me in the time that it matters, you fall short. And not only did he fall short, he didn't even show up. He didn't even show up.
He
And
let his
he does,
sister
and he
rag
didn't
tag
know
that
all
girl
the intricate.
ass.
I mean, girl, I was just like, first of all, I got hit. And I got hit in front of you by your sister. And I didn't retaliate. And you don't like there is nothing that can be said to me at this point. There is nothing that Andy
And
can.
then
It's like
she's
it's like
still
I
trying to
wouldn't even
get to
listen to
me.
you.
She's still trying to get to me the
Yes,
entire conversation, and you don't check her once. But the moment I start saying, "Don't talk to my sister that way," excuse me, ho, excuse me, don't talk to your sister this way. She didn't call me everything but a goddamn child of God. When I tell you, Andy, you better open your legs for that goofy ass man no more. It better be dry as the
Sir.
goddamn Sahara Desert when that man come trying to run up in you.
Because he showed his behind. Like there are just no words. There are just no words. And I think we talked about this before. How normally Andy is a very selfish character, extremely selfish. And even though Jordan at this time may not have known everything, he knew enough. And the fact that he didn't even inform his sister before they even got to Andy's house, and you let her stay in this moment of rage, you let her sit in these seat of emotions that were not accurate. You could have at least informed her of something. Like I don't know everything, but I know Andy is trying to protect me, and so whatever the case may be, you didn't do any of that. So there's just no way that the writers can spin this and make me look at Jordan any other way than the butthole that he is and the punk that he is. Because how? Andy means so much to you, you want to run off with her. I'm going to pull you from this wedding and we're going to be together. So all of a sudden, you let your sister come and put hands on me? Oh, buddy.
Say that I've been
The last
conspiring with the
smell you
devil the
had
whole
was
entire
the last
time.
smell you was going to get.
Hello? Hello? She came up here to make sure that she didn't get that Annie didn't get her claws back into her brother. It was giving very incestuous, if you ask me. I said, okay, Penelope, now we know that you mad girl, but this is giving you want to bone Jordan ass. Cause is he your man? Or what?
Is it? Because that's a weird vibe. That is a weird little, like, I understand it being protective of your brother. Somebody has to be here for him. Ma'am, it ain't even that deep. Calm
At
down.
all. At all. And y'all literally came
You
up to
got
her
more heat.
penthouse as the goddamn aggressors. Y'all could have just disappeared. Poof, pow, be gone.
Yes.
If you really thought that Andy was the big bad wolf, why in the hell would you go into the damn lion's den with her? She ain't talked to you since the thing went down. Haven't been able to lay eyes on your ass, and yet here you are. You could have skipped town with your failed ass campaign. Newsflash, Jordan, your ass wasn't gonna win anyway. These men pissing me off, Allie. They pissing me off.
Girl, and I just think with the whole Jordan thing, they have missed the whole plot. Because, baby, we ain't heard nothing else about him running. We ain't heard nothing else about these results. We ain't heard nothing, not a debate or nothing.
But we supposed to care
I
that
said,
he
baby,
got to
I
get
can't.
pulled out the race. You should have been pulled out the race regardless because your ass was too busy running up in Andrea Barnes to actually run a good campaign.
Okay.
Please.
I said, y'all done missed it with this. What is going on?
Ain't no else. It's not the first time they've been giving those little incestuous vibes. It's super weird. This is the first time for me that it's been so damn pronounced. Because last time I checked, when his sister disappeared and when she was fighting for her damn life and her child's life, getting scraped off the damn floor in Gary's office, he was too busy running up in Andrea Barnes to care, to give a damn. It was not until that girl was missing for quite a while before he started to get sick to his damn stomach. We did not actually see him talk about, call, and or claim his sister quite a bit of time after they had that goofy ass couples dinner in the penthouse. But this is your damn sister. This is my brother. That man left your ass for dead before he really thought that you was really dead.
Baby, left you for dead in the worst way because the two things that Jordan was doing while Penelope was on that floor and everything else, one sliding up at Andy and two going playing basketball with his other two stooges. I never forget that.
That's
Fully
what he
dressed
was
in
doing.
athletic wear.
But
Didn't give
now
two
y'all ain't
damn
here like
about you now.
Tweedledee
All
and
of a sudden,
Tweedledam dumb, please.
okay. I said,
Robin
this is
K
a
says,
this
do
is
you know you have
weird.
30 minutes? 30. Get Penelope and Jordan's ass up out of here. They got to go. Y'all have done y'all's piece. You done laid hands on Andy. Andy ain't sleeping with Jordan no more. We're good to go. It's been real. I would say it's been fun, but no. Where to next, y'all?
Naya said it's giving you're my little secret, and that's how we gonna keep it. Oh, I hope not.
Period.
Oh God.
Period. While y'all talking about the big ass conspiracy of Andrea Barnes and Gary Borders, let's uncover the that you and Jordan got going on. Weirdness at its finest. Y'all hit that like button for me, pretty please. Where y'all want to go next? What character you want to go next? Allie, where you want to go?
Girl, we haven't talked about Fatima and Zach. Zach still making his appearances where he's not needed in the episode.
We
Why
haven't.
are you here?
But if we go in there, just be ready, friend, because I. Well, actually, I think Rich might have it worse than Zach this episode for me.
I think Rich definitely. It was just all of a sudden how Fatima comes home. I was connecting. My mind is kind of like all over the place, but I was connecting the dots from last week to this week. Fatima comes home from lunch for lunch last week. There's not an inkling or anything in that apartment that says we have a child living
At
here.
all.
Now all of a sudden today we got all these toys, and I said, well, "Stop it,
Please.
stop
Immediately.
it, please." I said, "Baby, how many? We still on the same day. You not talked to Zach what 10 times since you've been at work? What is the problem, ma'am?
What is the
What
problem?
he's supposed to do? What is he supposed to do exactly?"
But Hayden
I
is
said,
wrong for having you go back through y'all's past casework and look for discrepancies. You want me to believe that you know these cases like the front and back of your damn hand, but you call Zachary Taylor, who is not an attorney at law, is not even a damn paralegal like you, the nigga barely can read, every 2 to 5 minutes. If he not running down there with food for you that he's going to eat himself. What are we talking about, Fatima? Y'all not even giving her the background to actually stand on the stuff that she's saying. I know these cases like the front and back of my hand. We don't even see you do no work down here. So I'm actually like, well, it ain't gonna hurt for you to double check them hoes. You don't do no damn work. Even now, you in the conference room studying for your law school, which is great because you're down there failing. Do you know you have 30 minutes? Anyway, you're failing. You should be studying your goddamn office because I'm not mad at you stealing time. But you in the goddamn conference room, but you want to kick up dust because Hayden coming in there to annoy you and get on your damn nerves while you're also stealing time from the damn company and not doing your damn job. We have not seen you do your damn job in how long? You quite literally 3 episodes ago said that you was getting ready to work so that you come in and babysit Hayden's ass. But you want to go run, tell it, and snitch up in Robert's office, boo. Hayden has just been so damn terrible. By doing what exactly? Because if he ain't doing his job, you ain't been doing your job either. So let's throw the both of you hoes out.
hmm. I'm with you when you're right, friend. And that's my thing too. You have so many issues with Hayden and so many issues. Like I've seen so many. I haven't really been on social media, but this but the stuff that I've been seeing about how people as a whole, as a fandom, why are people upset that Fatima is telling on Hayden and Fatima Hayden is supposed to be able to do what he want to do, but Fatima can't do what she want to do. Fatima has been doing whatever the hell she wants to do. This is the same woman who had this man almost beat to a pulp at the in the job parking garage with blood on her suit. She's been doing whatever the hell she has been wanting to do. Now all of a sudden you have all of these issues with Hayden on a professional level. Come on.
Yeah.
Because I want to know if you can call out his stuff. Let's take a peek at yours.
I know what you're saying because on my episode 7 synopsis breakdown video, Kari Devore said it's not talked about enough in here how funny Robin is moving. No one should have a problem with Fatima questioning her superior when Hayden has done enough and way more than Fatima to lose employment. Fatima has to do her job, but Hayden gets a pass. I said, "Oh, is that what I said?" I said that Hayden gets a pass, but Fatima got to do her job. Or did I say that everybody need to do their damn jobs and leave each other alone? And then, like, let's unpack this for a second, Allie, because it's the Fatima. No one should have a problem with Fatima questioning her supervisor. When does nobody have a problem with a subordinate questioning a supervisor? Is that new? Is that coming in with the new regime? The new president? Now all of a sudden subordinates get to run amok and ask whatever question that they want to ask that have nothing to do with their quality of life as an employee. Because aside from her actually questioning Hayden, my biggest issue was her questioning Robin. Where the hell does she get the right to do that? Anybody want to help me out?
And that's what I want to know. And even questioning Robin, the level of disrespect that Fatima showed him. What the f was you thinking? Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Yes, you did. You were completely disrespectful the entire time. He told you to get to work, go to your office. You stood in the lobby until you were finished doing what you wanted to do. So when I look at comments like that, it's the Fatima can do no wrong in your eyes, and I get that. But the reality of what we are discussing, it is what it is. Question so the lady who I want you to go to your job. I want you to go to your supervisor, your superior, and I want you to talk to them in the manner in which Fatima talked to Robin, and then you come back and let us know if you're still employed. That's what I want you to do, because she did more than just question him. It was very demeaning. It was extremely disrespectful. And not only that, you are allowing your personal feelings to dictate how you move in a professional setting. And if you can't separate the two, because I always said I have an issue with Fatima and Andy being friends. However, to me, it's almost gotten to the place where y'all need to choose. If you're gonna be friends, she can't work with you professionally. If y'all
Mm-hmm.
gonna have a professional relationship, then y'all don't know how to draw the lines because it's very blurred.
Mm-hmm.
It is extremely blurred. So it causes one to respond incorrectly. It causes one to have certain conversations with their superior that they should not have. And it's not about, you allowing somebody to look down on you. You no, you play your role. And if you do have a question, there's a way in which you communicate that. Not asking somebody what the F you thinking because you have such a problem with who your new acting boss is. That's not how that works.
But even that, like, you also don't get carte blanche opportunity to ask whatever questions come to your mind, because at the end of the day, the level that you're on and the level versus the level of your superior and or the owner of the establishment that employs you differentiates that there are certain questions that you do not get to ask. And I don't give a damn how cute you are. I don't give a damn how well this you fill out this damn skirt. Because quiet as cat, y'all don't want to point out the fact that Fatima can do no wrong because y'all like how she looks. That's it. Not because she's proved herself to be a stellar paralegal. Not because she's proven herself to be a stellar assistant. Not because she's proven herself to just be so integral and just operating with the most immense and excellent morals. because she's just such an optimal character. No, y'all like the way that she looks, so you think that she can get away with doing and saying whatever the hell she wants because you like the way that she looks. She's a damn assistant. No assistant gets to ask and question the damn boss all willy-nilly just because they got that damn question. I don't care. What y'all saying? I don't. And I'll be damned if my assistant would do it. If I'm not putting you in a position to compromise your morals, compromise your livelihood, or compromise anything about you in a healthy work environment for you, then you don't get to ask me about my damn decisions about my goddamn business. That's not how this works. And that's not what you're getting paid to do. And it's one thing for you to be stealing time to study for your damn law degree. It's another time for you to be stealing time to be questioning my ass. Because we can go ahead and nip that in the bud.
Okay, that was instant termination.
What'd you say?
I told you to go to your office, get to work, and I come out, back out, and you're still in the same position I left you in. People today, a lot of times, people get chance after chance, oppor- opportunity after opportunity, and it's like you can get fired at any given time of the day when you do not do what has been asked of you to do, when you do not stick to your job responsibilities and do them. Some people may say, well, it was only my first time. It doesn't matter. You can have a first and last. It'll be your first time and last time because you're done. Like you don't have the luxury to do that. And then when I look at the character of Fatima, and it's like you said, pretty much why I believe the majority of those who are just so enthralled with this particular character has everything to do with aesthetics, because the same people will have so much to say about Danny leaving her job and screwing her man in his office, but yet Fatima can leave anytime Zach call her. Anytime he pops up when he wants to pop up, have lunch, breakfast, whatever, whenever he wants to, and it's nothing. It's okay. But let another character do it, it'll be a problem. So I'm like, yeah, we got to deal with the reason why we allow certain
And
people to
then
slide.
Karen is the worst entrepreneur in the world when she clear her books or something is going on and she can't emotionally handle it. But Fatima can run amok down at the damn law firm. Uh, Corey says y'all stay talking about Fatima failing that one test. Did they show her pass
Oh
another one?
Lord.
Did they show her pass another one? This is the first time we actually seen her study since she passed the damn test. I mean, since she failed the damn test. So yes, we keep talking about her failing the damn test because it's the last update that we had about her law journey. And we've also not seen her focus on her law journey. But we've seen her continue to try to put out fires for Zach, try to put out fires for Andi, and try to be bigger than her britches down at the damn law firm and step outside of her damn job description. Hmm. So yeah, she failed that one test. But who's to say that there's not more behind it because her ass is not giving no real time to her law studies. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Over to Zachary Taylor because I guess the law firm don't function no more if Fatima not questioning the goddamn partners and Zach is not running down here with food to eat for himself or answering the phone begrudgingly because Fatima's annoying him by calling him because she just has to call him. But then he also would be mad if she didn't call him. Like, Tyler, writers, please. I don't give a damn what deal y'all made with DeVal. I'm actually proud of DeVal as an actor. Do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
21, do your thing. But enough. We do not need Zachary Taylor in every single Sistas episode. At all. Especially if we're going to have her now call him for the second time in the same damn day after he already brought his goofy ass down there unannounced, being unprofessional. This is now 3 Zach interactions in one work day. But y'all want me to believe that Fatima's on top of her job? That Fatima is focused and handling big business? How? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And this is why we're going to continue to talk about that one failed test, because of the things that Erica just said. We're supposed to believe that Fatima is doing everything to become a stellar student. And you think about this. She is not studying to be something that's like, a mediocre position. She is going to law school. And I could tell you, I don't want the lawyer that I hire to be to be a student that's just barely getting by. and she ain't even barely getting by. She ain't getting by because she's failing. And then you still want to have Andy as your mentor when Andy is upset with the professor for giving you the grade that you rightfully deserved. Baby, you got to pick better mentors because Andy ain't it. Andy's not it.
I would
It got to be more than
respect
just you, black, and a lawyer.
I would respect Fatima more if she was down at the law firm prioritizing her law study so much that her job was slipping. So much so that she not standing in the damn lobby for 2 hours straight trying to get a hold of Andrea Barnes because she really trying to pass this next test, the next 3 tests or whatever she got going on. So she's half paying attention to all of the drama that's going on because at the end of the day, she got to put on her mask first. I wouldn't have no problem with her effing up down at the job in that way. But instead, we got to watch her effing up down at the job, overstepping her bounds, doing everything that is not actually going to serve her. It's not actually going to impact her much at all. But that's the stuff that she decides to prioritize. Interesting. Interesting. Mm. But thank you, Corey.
Mm,
Thank you for that comment. It was a great jumping off point, boo. Now,
it definitely was.
yeah, Tiff Jones says also failing in higher ed is not okay. Immediately puts your spot in jeopardy. Immediately. It's not the same in undergrad. It's not the same in community college. Once you get to grad school, once you get to law school, once you get to med school, you don't have 20 tests in a semester or a quarter and
Mm.
you got all this room to catch up. You don't have it. That's not how it works. That's not how any of it works. Um, Last but not least for Zachary Taylor, and y'all gonna hear this in my breakdown, so I'm not gonna harp on it too much here. So make sure y'all watch my breakdown for me, pretty please, and hit the like button for this live while you're at it. But Michael speaking, Zach is excited, and I'm not. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm not. They gave me no build up. This isn't like a win. There in storytelling, specifically in television storytelling, there are certain things that could be done for you to take the audience on a journey so that moments like this could be big wins for everybody. It could be big wins for the character, it could be big wins for the audience, and everybody just gets to bask in it. Just having this arbitrary Michael starts speaking about chicken nuggets randomly when we have never seen them work on anything. They've never seen them do any speech pathology. We have never seen them do any speech therapy. We have never seen them do much of nothing with this goddamn kid other than let him sleep on a leather ass sofa. I don't care. I really don't. Because I don't believe it. Kids who struggle with being verbal, struggle with autism, don't just magically start speaking in the way that they're trying to portray. It's so disingenuous. It's so inauthentic. And they could have kept it the same way they could have kept Zach's ass out of this episode.
I agree with you 100%. One of the things that I believe the writers as a whole is missing, you those moments in which you are watching something and you're watching it unfold because you've been on this journey with these characters. You've seen the heartbreak. You've seen them be downtrodden. So when they get a win, it makes you feel like, yeah, like you feel like I'm really celebrating this dub with you. Excuse me, with this situation with Michael, it's almost as if I never forget, you were the first person I ever heard say this. I had never heard of the "Here Damn" movement. The first time I ever heard it was you was talking about All American Homecoming with Simone and Damon. Like, okay, here, damn, y'all wanted this so bad, here, damn. Like, yeah, but that's exactly what that is. That's how I felt about this particular situation. Michael is here. We haven't seen him. Now all of a sudden, here, damn. Okay, now the boy's talking. So y'all can't call him mute Michael anymore. They was getting a little too with these adults calling this little boy mute. But I'm like, it was kind of like, okay, now what y'all gonna do with this though? He said chicken nuggets or nuggets, whatever. How does this move the storyline along with Zach and Fatima and this baby or this child when we have literally seen them do nothing with this child that would promote what we're watching now? It was kind of like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's literally how I felt. All right. And being from someone like I had, so one of my have a cousin who is severely autistic. He does not speak. Um, and to see the struggle that his parents went through, putting him in certain programs, what they do, and he's a grown man now, but it's like it's such a superficial way to feed someone something that 9.9 times out of 10 will never happen.
Yep.
Never happen in that way.
Yep.
And it's almost like with the character of Zach, it's almost as if you get another gold star, you get another win without having to actually put in work
Surprise,
as a
surprise.
parent. Right.
And y'all can go ahead and eat it up. Zach is a great father. Where? When? Is him being a great father in the room with us? Because I ain't seen it. And I'm going to stand on it. I don't give a damn if Michael start
At
flying
all.
tomorrow. I'm going to stand on it. Hmm. Next. Can we go to this goddamn salon and the fact that Karen did not call the police?
Girl,
Tyler really made us listen to
I'm
Rooster
mad.
Rich's Wreck My Edges for 2 whole episodes. Like two. 2 episodes.
I'm so mad at myself because it has been so much stuff going on my end. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I think because I have been so sleep deprived, why that chant? I said it today before Sisters came on. It is embedded in my mental capacity, and I'm
I
pissed
hate that
off.
for you, friend.
I hate it for myself too. I hate it for myself too because I'm like, roots to riches wreck my edges. I said, I can't. This cannot be something to live rent free in my mind. And like you said, 2 whole episodes, 2 whole episodes. I'm flabbergasted. And also with Karen's lack of response to this foolishness in her salon. Just for me alone, I'm like, this doesn't feel like Karen. None of this feels like anything that she would do with the amount of people that's in her shop chanting this. We already know who the ringleader is.
As
Why are they still
pregnant.
in their place of business?
Pregnant. But Karen was with
Yes.
without child. You think she's not going to be with child? Now she have 2 babies to protect? At any given moment, these people can get completely unruly. There's no way in hell I'm going to actually believe that Karen would allow this to take place for this long without calling her mama, the police, Aaron, somebody. Child. JL said,
Oh,
but
that
one
was
thing
something.
about Fatima, I've never seen somebody so depressed to do what's in their job description. Yeah, you have Daniela.
Oh Lord, those effects.
Taylor says that whole salon scene was unrealistic. Unrealistic as I don't even know if a billionaire is going to walk in on that and then stay for 4 rounds of us cutting in and out of that damn scene and listening to this lady go off. Child. And then the OD of the girl having to be extra ghetto and extra inarticulate and I don't even know what that word means. We know you don't, dummy. We know. You do not have to tell us that. We already know. As soon as it came out her mouth, we know that you don't know what it means.
Horrible.
Just for the
Absolutely
person
horrible.
who would shut it down to walk in at the end, aggravated. Exactly, Tiff Jones. For her mother to walk in right after, I was like, I'm done. I am done with this shit. Because what do you mean Miss Lisa's walking in after all of this?
I, it's the plan in our face for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's really the plan in our face for me because anytime that, excuse me, we have seen the character of Miss Lisa show up on the scene, she is always in the nick of time and she's in the thick of it. It's never been a situation where she comes after a situation has happened, other when Karen put 4, 5 bullets in Bean, but Miss Lisa came and took care of it, put him on her
Mm-hmm.
bike and drove him the hell out of Dodge. But she's never been the one to come after the fire settles. And I'm just like, I know good doggone well this ain't who I think it is. After all of this ruckus, now she comes. I said, I can't do y'all. It's
It,
almost like everybody is acting out of character, but
everybody.
specifically that.
Everybody. Pam, you big and bad. You bust bitches over the head. Why you ain't slapped the girl yet? Penelope running in, slap boxing all up and through the penthouse, but we can't get you slap boxing down at the damn salon. Nobody's gonna do nothing but let these hoes chant. Nothing. We don't get to see none of the actual customers that's in there storm out. Everybody just froze. Trey like, well, let me go ahead and get delivering these boxes because they ain't gonna deliver themselves. Good luck, ladies. What? Ellie, I fear they're pushing me
It's
to my
something.
limits. I fear they're pushing me to my limits, man.
Girl, it's getting to the point, and shout out to everybody who, communicate with me via Instagram. When I post my thumbnails promoting the fact that I have a new video that's on YouTube concerning sisters, the amount of people who have responded, girl, you still reviewing that show? Girl, I can't believe you still watching that. It was to the point last week I had to check myself because I said, dang, I know some people don't watch it and they just listen to our breakdowns and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just the amount of responses that I got. Like, girl, why are you watching that show? Why are you still watching? I was like, dang,
I fear
okay,
that's in my
like
future,
I get
friend.
it. I'm like, I get it. Trust me, I I get it. And I was like, I don't like to quit. I don't like to, because I told one girl, one young lady, I said I don't like to quit. I like to finish what I start. And she was like, well, you review Zatima, you stop reviewing that. I said, because I don't like that show. I said, that's the difference. I appreciate you for bringing that up. Yes, I did stop reviewing it.
Yeah.
I was like, but I do not like Zatima. That's the thing with Sisters. I am invested. Zatima, I'm not, and I don't like it. On top of that, I couldn't talk about it. I said otherwise it was just going to turn into a bashing fest, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that. And so I was
Yeah.
like, that's the reason why I stopped doing that particular show. But I said, girl, y'all, I said, don't make me feel bad for still watching this stuff, girl. I'm trying to
I
hang
fear
on.
that's
I'm hanging
that,
on by
that's
a
coming to
thread.
my future too. Because it's interesting. Like we have had critical moments in the past for sure, but I fear that we're at a plateau now where it's just really not enjoyable and I don't see enjoyment coming, which is different because even last season, which wasn't necessarily their best season, there was still various moments that we found like enjoyment and like, okay, this is dope and I like this for this particular storyline. Now it's not that. So I think that we're, and this might not seem like it because y'all have been like, well, y'all have been critical from the jump, which we have. I'm not saying that we haven't. I think now it's finally getting to a place where we don't actually see any light in sight, which is different.
Yeah, I like what Taylor Allen stated, and they said you can see the season is trash when the actors don't even promote the show, and that has been something
Mm-hmm.
that I have noticed tremendously. The first few seasons of Sisters, they were very and even though I'm not on Twitter like that at all, they were very interactive. They were very like in your face talking about the show. And I mean everybody from Ebony on down, everybody was. And I have slowly seen that decline where they're not talking about the show. Like I was sharing with Erica, there were times that like me and KJ would actually discuss. Andy and Gary like over on Instagram. We would have conversations about the show, and I'm like, there's just nothing,
Mm.
literally nothing. Sisters Wednesday, they would be hyped and ready to talk about certain things, and it's like you don't even see that anymore. And I really don't. I don't know if we would ever get like insight because I understand this is their profession, this is their career, so we
Mhm.
may not ever get like how they really feel about certain things, and I do respect that. But it's like to me, the proof is in the pudding. There is no interaction. I remember they used to go live on the sisters page on Instagram, like spending a day with the cast member, like all of those things, and it's just nothing. So just by optics, it doesn't look like they're too happy with it either.
Mm. I mean, child, I wouldn't be surprised now. I would not be surprised. Pam, I don't want to hear from you moving forward. Marie, also, this is them back to them playing in our faces. Marie, you already got the business plan. Didn't you hand the business plan over to Hayden so that he could review it?
Sure did.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But they gotta have the business plan to you by Friday. Writer, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me and my intelligence. Hmm. All
And
right.
the fact that they made the thing so huge with her, and I think that's one of the things that gets me too. When they make certain scenes so huge, only to come back as if it never happened.
Yep.
Because when she handed that business plan to Hayden, Hayden was offended that, in his words, basically, you got me looking over this ghetto trash or whatever the case may be. It was such a huge thing, and now all of a sudden you need something like what?
Yep.
And I agree with certain people that says that Tyler Perry still has to be heavily involved, excuse me, in the writing process because some of these people I have witnessed their work before, and the writing is spectacular. Now to get over here and see some of the same things that is synonymous with Tyler's writing in their writing, absolutely not, absolutely not. Because you're not gonna tell me you were writing for oh my god, what's the name of that show with Robert Givens, um
Ambitions.
Ambitions. You're not gonna tell me you were writing over there and then you come over here and this is the product. No, no, I refuse to believe that.
Yeah. Alrighty. I think this is the end, but I could be missing something. But I'm ready to go to his ass at this point. Sabrina and Rich. Hmm. I make a peace with being an I told you so ass bitch. I swear I am. Because I told y'all so. I told you I ain't trust Rich. I told you that his ass was a clown. I told you he was a weak nigga. I told you that it deserved nothing, nothing good in his life. The way that he fixed his lips to say that he's not a priority, but he was a priority when she was desperate, desperate for
Emphasis
his
on the
sperm.
desperate.
Excuse excuse me, little bald headed. Excuse me,
Erica,
desperate.
when I tell you, oh Lord, they hit me deep. They cut me deep.
I thought I was about to lose my head. My head started turning. My head almost did a 360. He got me, Adam.
They cut me deep. Now, what I will say is, I don't know who running these pages anymore, but they have been releasing a lot of clips for the upcoming episode. So I happened to see this clip the other day, or today. I don't know if it was yesterday or today. But when I saw this clip, I said, you've got to be kidding me with what he's saying to this woman. But as you stated, Rich has been on my list since the moment that condom came off, and he didn't tell Sabrina.
Mm-hmm.
And then attempted to tell his boys that maybe she was trying to trap him as if you're worth being trapped. I'm sorry. I'm not saying anybody should be trapping anybody. But if I am gonna trap somebody, Rich is not gonna be you. I can
Period.
guarantee you that.
Period.
The way that this man spoke to Sabrina, first of all, she's never been desperate for your sperm because you didn't even want children. Because if I remember correctly, you're the one who busted into her appointment with her legs about to be in them stirrups. You're the one who busted in with, by the damn near zip down your pants and flop your penis out. So we want to
Clock
talk
it.
about desperate? Oh,
Clock it. Clock it.
I'm not a priority. Rich is the other kind of man you gotta be mindful of.
This
You
the
gotta be
other
mindful of
kind
these
of
type of
man
men.
that you need to avoid at all costs because he thinks he's God's gift to the earth. He thinks he's God's gift to women because maybe he can swing his little dangalang and he got a bald ass chocolatey head. But let me tell you, sir, you ain't. You're whack. You're insecure. You're trifling. You're impulsive. You're not a leader. On your best day, you can never be the man that Sabrina actually deserves. And I cannot wait for her to scorch your goofy ass out of the gates of her goddamn life. Because how dare you? Desperate for your sperm? Desperate for your sperm? Don't nobody want to have your bald headed, beady head ass kids? Ah. The way I am not healed enough yet because Sabrina is too passive for me. I would have been throwing hands and feet at that goddamn steam plant. Y'all would have thought that Daniela had lost it. The moment desperate for his sperm came out of his mouth, they would have had to cart my ass out of there. I would have been on that man like white on rice. Because what the do you mean? Desperate for your sperm. But I will go down to this hospital today, ask him to pull that shit out the goddamn freezer and burn it my motherfucking self. What are you talking about?
I would have, I'm one of those. I call myself the silent killer because I don't yell too much. Because the moment he would have said, "Oh, when you were desperate for my sperm," I would have said, "Oh, the same sperm I didn't need because of Dominique." Because I'm gonna need you to understand, I don't need nothing from you. I don't need your sperm. I don't need the great orgasm you probably give me because I can give it to myself if we want to be all the way 100. I don't need you for anything, sir.
Damn sure don't need
And
you
if
for
I needed
much.
somebody to provide something, I'm sure Dominique would come in the clutch.
Mm,
So don't ever think you got it like that.
mm.
And I'm gonna need them to start having Sabrina had that wonderful, wonderful come to Jesus meeting with Maurice. I was so proud of her and I was so happy for her. And then we put her in a situation where she can operate in that. Then she gets hush mouth with Danny. And then she got to deal with this butthole over here with Rich. Oh my, I just felt it was so demeaning and so
Yeah.
disrespectful and so distasteful when you know how much this woman wants to have a child, how much she wants to experience life growing inside of her, and for you to diminish it to her desiring or being desperate for your sperm, there is nothing you can say to me.
And there's some things
Nothing
that
you can
get
say.
said that you cannot actually come back from. There are so many people who don't seem to understand why the ultimatum that Preston gave Danny was ultimately the deal breaker for me because you don't get to come back from that. Telling me I'm desperate for your sperm, but you know that I deep down want to be a mother, but want to be in this relationship with you and is trying to be just this great person. I show up for my damn friends because they're my chosen family, and that means a lot to me. You throw all of that in my face because I ain't go to lunch with you? There's some that you cannot come back from, and this should be that. You don't get to just carte blanche say whatever the hell you want to quote unquote people that you claim to love. That's not how this works. No, there's consequences for thine actions, there's consequences for thine words. You said what you said. Whether you meant it or not, you said what the hell you said, and you meant something. And whether it's the desperate for your sperm for part or you really believe me to just be some doofy ass, desperate ass woman, either way, I don't like either one of those scenarios, so your ass can go, ho. This should be Sabrina's wake up call, ain't no well, but I doubt it will be. Because Tyler and the writers like to play like you can come back from everything. People have gotten cut off for less, B. Rich really pissed me off. And I can't even say I was disappointed. I'm just pissed off. And I'm pissed off mostly, I think, because Sabrina is actually a character. Not that any of the characters deserve it, but I think that she deserves this treatment the least. She's the least problematic of the goddamn bunch. And this is what she got to deal with. And then she's going to use her passive aggressiveness, or not even passive aggressiveness. She's going to use her passivity to like assuage away any wrongdoing, any malice that's in his tone and intention and how he communicates with her. And just allow, basically accept apologies that are never even given and just go on. Like, at this point, you gotta be desperate because you're gonna let this man talk to you like this and then you kissing and making up. For what? Like Allie said, you don't need nothing from this nigga. Not a damn thing. You get this. At some point, Sabrina, please, stand up. Because rich ass ain't it. Danielle says that Rich is emotionally needy and insecure, but he claiming that he emotionally intelligent. It's friends like this that I would have to go ahead and go no contact with, because now I'm over here trying to beat your boyfriend up, and now I'm fighting you because I'm gonna beat the nigga up. And now you're mad at me because I'm gonna beat that nigga up. Like, I actually have friends in my, or former friends in my past that I'm no longer friends with because they refuse to leave niggas that were actively destroying their lives, and I got fed up and I was ready to fight. But then I'm wrong. Cause I'm a whoop ass. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Anything else on Rich and Sabrina? Taylor Adams said, I wish they stopped releasing half the episode. They do it twice before Wednesday gets here. I don't follow or watch any of their socials, so I don't be seeing any of that stuff when it come out. Like, none of it. Erica did Miss Marie asked Hayden to go to Pam and Karen about the plans in the books for Reese to Rich's products. Yep. A Noel says this was the most promising storyline. We could have really seen a story arc to be excited about, but instead we get an F boy standing in the way of Sabrina's goal for herself. And then taunting her about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then taunting her about it. That's what make it worse. You don't even have to believe in me. You don't even have to want to be a part of me achieving my goal, but then to taunt me, I'll beat you up. And violence ain't the answer until it is. That's all I'm gonna say. What do you? Oh my god! Ooh, the anger issues, honey. They ooh. Anything else you got, Allie, for Sabrina and Rich? That man do not deserve her.
He does not deserve her. He does not. And I think for me with Rich also, when I say he's showing himself to be itch with a be in front of it made every episode, is because the aggressiveness that he has towards Andy and what Andy did to his friend, and how he has so much to say, but you want to talk about how women talk all the time and they tell each other secrets, and there is no privacy because they gonna talk anyway, as if we haven't seen you do the same thing you trying to imply that they do. So I'm gonna need you to shut up all the way. I just want Sabrina to get away from him, because to me he's one of those people. What they call him, he's like a leech or a vampire. You suck the life and the energy away from people, and then you have a way, because you know that she is soft on you emotionally. So you have a way to say certain things that are disrespectful and just absolutely disgusting. But because Sabrina won't stand up in this new era that we want her to be in, she's going to so graciously welcome you back in with open arms, and like it wasn't that bad. I just I want him to go. I know I can't throw everybody off the show, but
The
he is
devil
just
is a
somebody.
lie.
After tonight,
All
After
American got
tonight,
rid of
Rich
everybody. We
had
could get rid
nothing.
of them too. What are we talking
They
about?
really did. They really did. And nobody cares about you, Rich. So you can kindly go.
Nobody.
I ain't got nothing to say about that bastard.
Third time would be a charm. Go find another Tyler show. Clearly, you just struck out again. Trina says, Eric, I need you as a friend because I have somebody in mind I would love for you to put hands on.
Oh, not hands on.
Hands and feet. Hands and feet. I don't do it immediately, but once I get to the point, I don't have no more words. I'm done with all the talking. I'm done with all the talking. And then once I get there and my homegirl ain't there, then I gotta go ahead and let her go. Wish to say it was sad, but it ain't. I gotta put me first, Lucius.
That was perfect. That was perfect.
Ellie, what's your rating for the episode?
Oh Jesus. I'm probably gonna give it a cool 3.5.
Yeah, everybody was saying 3.5, couple fives. I don't think we got anything higher than the 5. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 3.
Okay.
Don't even know where the hell them points is coming from. Except, you know what? The points is coming from Robin pulling out them pictures of Fatima and her motive for killing Gary or stabbing Gary.
Did we talk about that?
I don't think we did. But I'm not getting too damn
Oh
excited about it
man.
because they keep tempting us with him standing on business with this heifer and then letting her do some other stuff later on. It's like, is he going to be a hard ass with her or not? Because I don't like the back and forth.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like you can't be too excited. I was excited because for me, and this is just me personally. So before somebody come out and say something, I don't really care. This is my opinion. Because honestly, on this show, I do want to see Crystal being stretched as an actor. Because a lot of times she gets to hide behind just being the fact that she's Crystal, even though she's portraying Fatima.
Yep.
And I do want to see her grow in this role and be stretched like I've seen the other characters be. I want to see that for
Yeah.
her. So a lot of times I get excited when I think that they are going to go in that direction with her character and they end up just not doing it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I get like this false hope, like, oh, okay, yeah, give it to her, let Fatima do okay, and then it's like, oh well, Fatima, this is why I actually showed you the picture. Like, don't do that. Let her feel it. Let
Yep.
her deal with it. Is she gonna be a person of interest? And Robin is really because he's an amazing lawyer. Is he really gonna come at her hard with this newfound evidence that he has, or with him building this case? I'm like, give her something to do,
Yeah.
please.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm with it. I ain't getting too excited because they might renege on my ass.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, all I really do have to look forward to is people being held accountable to their bullshit. Daniela being accountable to her bullshit. Tony leave her ass. Zach being accountable to his bullshit across the damn board, across the damn shows. Fatima being accountable to her bullshit. Like, please. Andrea Bonds truly being accountable to her bullshit. Like, girl, when are you going to realize that the way that you're living is not working for you? It's time to do something different. Mimi Loves Peace says the post-credit scene when Andy falls into Robin's arms. I don't even trust that. I don't trust anything that they give us up front. I ain't getting excited
I
about a
ain't even
damn
see
thing.
it. You can't. You
But I
literally
will have a
cannot.
couple videos coming to discuss various potential subjects and plot lines. Ellie, what can people look forward to from you? What do you want to share with people before we get out of here?
Oh, girl. Same thing from last week. I started my nostalgia back down memory lane videos. I ain't posting nothing. I think I did 2 videos for sisters last week. Y'all just keep me in prayer. If you believe in prayer, if you believe in positive vibes and affirmations, y'all just send them my way because your girl need them. But I will have certain as I'm not, I can't do reviews on the whole episode. I just know I'm not in a position to do that. So I will pick certain scenes that I want to talk about in detail and do that. So y'all can expect that. Um, and just I'm not gonna say what I'm putting out. You'll just see it when it posts.
So watch it. That's one period.
Yeah.
Y'all, I dropped my
What about you? What you
Zatima.
got? What you got coming up?
I dropped my Zatima 3B trailer. I didn't even know that damn thing dropped. I randomly stumbled across it today. I said, oh, okay. So I dropped that earlier. The trailer, I tell you one thing, is doing a great job of selling the show. So if you haven't checked that out, you can go check out my breakdown for that trailer. Zatima will be back December 26th. Currently, it is on hiatus. I'm excited actually for All the Queen's Men coming back in about a week, the 28th. That will premiere. So I will be covering that. I also have started recording breakdowns for Amazon Prime's critically acclaimed hit Cross, starring Aldous Hodge. It's really great, y'all. You should check it out if you haven't already. I am going to do a better job and be a little bit more diligent with covering more critically acclaimed stuff because I really feel like Tyler Perry might be melting my brain. And I need something to be excited about, writer wise, creator wise, all of that. And Cross has been a really great show for that. I've also been watching From on MGM Plus. So if you're a fan of that show, I think I'm going to do a season finale like live to talk about all the various theories and stuff like that. So just expect new series content coming to the channel outside of what you guys have pretty much known me for or I've grown in popularity for, because something is going to have to shake, something is going to have to give. I'm getting back into the swing of dropping new videos every single day. And if you are watching but you haven't been able to comment, you can comment by subscribing to the channel because that's the only way that you can join our lives and actually be able to be involved. And if you're subscribed, turn your bell notifications so you don't miss when a new video drops. I will have the breakdown for this episode up in about a few hours because I did record it before we got on here. And yeah, that's what y'all can expect from me.
That's what's up. Did they release a trailer for All the Queen's Men?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And but it's been running as a commercial. I just got the full thing because they had the vertical one at first, but now it's been running as a commercial in between while we watching the Sistas episode. So now I finally have it in the format that I can actually put a video to. So if you need that, I will send
Okay.
that to you. Meet Up, she says Cross was amazing. I'm only on episode 3. I gotta finish it, but I might have episode by episode breakdowns. Corey, I'm glad that we tickled you, boo. I hope you had a good time up in here. I hope everybody had a good time up in here. Thank y'all so much for joining us for another episode of Our Sistas Keep, the Tyler Perry Sistas unofficial live after show. It might be the Sahara Desert right now. We might be in a little bit of a slump, but we still showing up and showing out with y'all. Hopefully the story gets better, but for the most part, we're gonna be here regardless. And we got each
Amen.
other. See
Amen.
y'all in the next one and have a great rest of y'all's
Bye,
week.
y'all.
Whew. Okay, we still had 90 people